Check 1, 2.
It's our season finale of 7th grade football as the Woodland Colts tonight play 2 games, 7th grade and 8th grade. 7th graders starting off here as we get ready to start from the 30-yard line against the J.O. Kelly Knights. J.O. Kelly from the Springdale School District. Saw an offsides penalty there against Woodland before the first snap could
Little
be
eager.
taken. Yeah.
Little eager.
Encroachment against Woodland.
J.O. Kelly feeds into George Junior High, and George and Woodland will play in the 8th grade game here in a little bit. On first down for J.O. Kelly, a run up the middle, and Charlie Garden with a tackle. Behind the line of scrimmage, loss of 3 on the play, and it will bring up second down. Connor Ham on the carry that time for the Knights. It'll be second down and 8. It's a cold night.
Yes, it is. I don't know that he had the ball before he was tackled.
The sun has not shined in Fayetteville since the end of the 7th grade game last week when Woodland played Kirksey, and it just came out about an hour ago. So they do get a little bit of sun here as you see a short gain for J.O. Kelly. In fact, maybe a loss of another yard back to the 31.
Yeah, Kilpatrick with a nice tackle. Yeah, I almost didn't recognize what that orange orb in the sky was.
Yeah.
It had been so long. All it done is rain, it seemed like, the last week.
Of course, the days are getting shorter, so the shadow's a little bit longer now for our 7th grade games than they were at the beginning of the season. Third down here for J.O. Kelly. The Knights throwing down the field. The pass is caught. A first down across the 45, across midfield. He stepped out of bounds at the 47 of Woodland. On the reception that time was Caden Lynn. Quarterback is Carson Hayter. Correction, that was Xander Gonzalez. Gonzalez wears number 90.
Big guy. Nice little tightrope on the sideline, even though he stepped out.
22-yard gain that time for J.O. Kelly. We're playing 8-minute quarters tonight. We've yet to really figure out the rhyme or reason of how these 7th grade games are timed. Here's a run for a few yards out to the 43. That was Connor Ham. For second down and 6. Hudson Britt on the tackle that time for Woodland. Some games have been 6 minutes. Some games have been 8. Seems like they've been 8 more than 6 here lately, but never quite know what you're going to get at the beginning of these 7th grade games in terms of timing.
It's got to be tough for the coaches, too. I mean, they got to worry about – it doesn't seem like much, but it wears these kids down.
Second down, inside handoff, not much there. Maybe a yard on the carry that time. Owen Davenport with the tackle for the Colts. And it'll be third down and 5.
Nice play by Owen. Didn't bite the fake. Stayed in his position and brought down the ball carrier.
This is the third time this year that Woodland has played a team from the Springdale School District. Of course, Springdale different than the other school districts in that their 7th grade teams are from middle schools. Here's a reverse across the 40. That's going to be first down yardage down to the 36-yard line. Nice play call there with a inside handoff to the receiver. That was Marquise Coben on the carry. They needed 5, and they got 6 yards. Griffin to catch on the tackle.
Third down's been their best play.
Yeah.
Both times.
So each time, though, that Woodland plays a team from Springdale, you have a different name for the 7th grade team than the 8th grade team. Here's Coben again, trying to bounce it outside. That's not Coben, excuse me. He's tackled by Kilpatrick. That was Casados, Aaron Casados, with a gain of 3. Big hit by Kilpatrick on the far sideline. It'll be second down and 7.
Defense is doing a good job of getting into the backfield. It's just a matter of catching that ball carrier.
It is cold outside. You see the players really layered up tonight. Everybody who's in the stands wearing at least 2 layers. Several of them under blankets. The play is blown dead, and this will be a false start against J.O. Kelly.
I see some hoodies peeking out from behind the uniforms. Not so much on the Woodland side. A lot of them on the Kelly side. Busy day on campus. Have the 6A state volleyball tournament going on.
Yep.
Fayetteville and Harbor playing right now.
Pretty good matchup, too, from what I've heard.
Winner goes to play for state.
Here's a handoff outside. Nice run across the 30 and down to the 26-yard line. This is Connor Ham again. He's near the first down marker, and I think he's got it. He does. It'll be J.O. Kelly's third first down of this drive.
They're just kind of moving right along, aren't they?
This is the final game of the year for the 7th graders. There's no championship game for them like there is for 8th grade next week. Here's a pass. This is Gonzalez again. Xander Gonzalez is a load to bring down. Yes. It takes about 7 Colts to do it, and they finally get him down at the 10-yard line, but that's 16 more yards and another first down.
He's got good hands, too.
Yeah.
Well, I was told that the possibility exists that if the 8th grade game gets to the plays in a championship game, they'll find a game for the 7th graders.
Okay.
I'm not saying that information's correct. That's just what I was told. And why not? Why not play another game if you can?
I've also been told the 8th graders could play in a third-place game for the conference. A fumble there, and Kilpatrick takes him down at the end. They're going to say he was down. Aaron Casados had trouble, and he's hurt.
Yeah, he's down.
He had trouble bringing in the ball on the handoff. And because he was slammed to the turf by Kilpatrick, he got up pretty gingerly.
Good to see he's back up.
He wants to stay in the game, but he's got to come out for a play. It'll be 2nd down and goal for J.O. Kelly. Long drive. We're inside of 3 minutes to play in the first quarter.
They keep running to the sides. They haven't tried a whole lot up the middle. They're trying to get to the edge. You got to keep your eye on Gonzalez, too. Big tight end like that comes in real handy down here inside the 10-yard line.
Nice handoff and a gain of about 4 to the 3-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and goal. Brandon Williams on the tackle on the carry that time for Kelly. On the tackle for Woodland was Jonathan Dominguez. 3rd down and goal. 2:15 to play first quarter. Kelly is the only team that's had the ball so far. Carson Hayter is the quarterback. Takes it. Handoff inside, and Ham is trying to get to the goal line. I don't know if he got it. They're going to look, though.
He's a little short.
And they're saying it's 4th down, yeah. They're going to mark him down at the 1-yard line.
Colts did a good job of keeping the pile from crossing the plane of the goal line.
Owen Davenport credit with the tackle that time for Woodland. 4th and goal from the 1. Minute 40 to play first quarter. This Kelly drive has been over 10 plays. Began at the 30-yard line.
Without
69 yards. Can they make it 70 here?
Yeah, longest drive we've seen from anybody this year.
Ham is behind Hayter. They give it to Ham, and he walks in for the touchdown.
Well, that's credit to their offensive line. They just plowed through the Colts, and that was easy.
That was an impressive drive by the Knights. Not only impressive, but time-consuming.
Yes.
Took almost the entire first quarter. 2-point try here. Hayter with Ham and Casados behind him. They fake it to Casados. Now they'll throw it to Ham, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. So Connor Ham ran for the touchdown, catches a 2-point try. And with 1:18 to play in the first quarter, our score is J.O. Kelly 8, Woodland nothing. This is Woodland Football, presented by Freedom 5-1 and Eagle Bank Mortgage. Back at Harmon Field, Woodland getting set to begin its first drive of our 7th grade game. They trail J.O. Kelly 8-0. It's a bobbled snap. Kilpatrick comes away with it, gets away from a defender, but then he's going to be taken down well in the backfield. Back inside the 25 at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7, and it'll be 2nd down and 17.
Not a good start for the Colt offense.
We saw that some in their game against Kirksey last week, but it was primarily when Charlie Garton was the quarterback. There were some issues with the snaps, not even necessarily with the snaps, but just with the quarterback coming up with the snaps. It wasn't always the center. The 2nd down, Kilpatrick goes play action, throws left side. This is Garton. Garton trying to bounce outside at the 30. He fumbled the ball. It's still in play, and it's going to be recovered by Woodland. And that was a good play that time by Ben Rockwell to come away with it. He'll actually get a couple of extra yards out of it, too, because the ball went forward, and so it'll be 3rd down and 5 from the 35.
Yeah, very good break there for the Colts.
And that's the final play of the first quarter. Quick moving first quarter. J.O. Kelly leads Woodland 8-0. This is Woodland football presented by Freedom 5-1 and Eagle Bank Mortgage. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for Woodland when the second quarter begins. The Colts trailed J.O. Kelly 8-0. The Knights went on a 70-yard touchdown drive to begin the game that took up almost 7 minutes of the game clock. Woodland turns around, and they're facing the sun here on this 3rd down play. It's a direct snap. Kilpatrick is just going to keep it himself, trying to get outside, breaks a tackle at the 40, at the 45, tiptoes down the sideline, and is out at the 49-yard line. Gain of 14.
Nice run.
Said it was a direct snap. I thought it was Garton in there for a moment.
Wow, wholesale substitution here for Woodland. So it's a whole new unit went out there. That's one nice thing Coach Crockett does, like to get everybody involved.
Rico Johnson comes in at the running back position. He stands next to Kilpatrick. 2 receivers to the left side. And we've got a flag before the snap, and this looks like a false start.
Well, that happens sometimes when you change out personnel.
Reynolds Parker was called for the false start. They bring him out. Into the game goes Marcus Schultz. 1st and 15. Kilpatrick. It's a quarterback keeper all the way again, but this time Kelly read it well, and he's going to be tackled for a 4-yard loss. Oscar Bahena on the tackle that time for Kelly. And so Woodland once again finds itself well behind the sticks. It's 2nd down and 19.
Wow.
Woodland from its own 40 needs to get to the Kelly 41. Kilpatrick fumbles the snap. He got it back, though, but it's going to be 4 more lost yards.
Just not a lot you can do when you don't have the snap clean.
It's twice we've seen a snap issue between Kilpatrick and his center. Brody Jones comes in for this 3rd down play. He stands at the right side of Kilpatrick. Johnson's the tailback. Jones the receiver. 3 receivers to the left. That's the open side of the field. Kilpatrick throwing it to Jones. Jones is behind his man, and he just couldn't make a fingertip grab. He got his hands on it, but he just couldn't pull it in. That was almost a spectacular play by Brody Jones. And now it's going to be 4th down, and Woodland will auto punt.
Oh, so close. And that's such a – it just amazes me someone that young can throw those touch passes like that. Just, 3 inches too far?
Yep.
Man.
After the auto punt, Kelly will take over at the 34-yard line, its own 34, 6:19 to play in the second quarter. The Knights lead this game 8-0.
Now we got to find a way to kind of stymie their offense. They were so good ball control in that first quarter.
Carson Hayter, the quarterback, 2 running backs behind him. He'll give it to Ham. Ham trying to bounce outside. He does at the 40. He's got some room across the 45. A flag comes out. He's at the 40 of Woodland, the 30, the 25. Still going at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. He's in, but the play is going to come back.
Yeah, it was a block in the back. On the receiver on the right side. Oh, it got him with a hold. Okay. Well,
so that wipes off an incredible 66-yard touchdown run by Ham. Great effort by him down the field.
a couple
and
really
it wasn't
nice
even
moves.
Yeah, it was so far down the field that this is really going to be about 1st and 10, 1st and 11 again.
Yeah.
It was not at the line of scrimmage. He went through the line of scrimmage and had a lot of open field. I'm not so sure he even needed the hold. It will be 1st and 10 again at the 34-yard line.
Well, I think the defender might have had a shot at bringing him down. Not saying he would have, but he was denied a clean opportunity to make the tackle. And again, wholesale substitutions for Woodland.
1st down, Hayter gives it to Ham, and this time Ham's only going to go for a yard. And Cash on the tackle that time. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
See the leaves across the way starting to turn. Of course, the Bulldogs will be here tomorrow night, taking on Heritage.
Hayter this time gives it left side, and not much there for Casados. A yard, maybe 2. It'll bring up 3rd down and long. Yeah, Fayetteville for, as hard as it is to believe, the Purple Dogs, if they take care of business tomorrow night against Heritage, they'll be 3-1 in conference play.
Yep. Got to take care of business, though. Never easy in the 7A West, no matter who you're playing. Again, we see a wholesale substitution defensively. Everybody getting to play today. That's good.
3rd down and 8 for Kelly. The Knights need to get to the 44-yard line. A flag comes out. And this is an offside penalty. Well, no, hold on. He motioned offside, and then he pointed toward Kelly. So he must have meant a false start. So that'll move him back to the 31. It'll be 3rd down and 13.
I didn't even think they'd lined up yet, to be honest. Got to keep your eye on the tight end. He's been a weapon on 3rd down.
Hayter gives it running left side. This is Williams. He's got the 1st down across the 45 and to the 47-yard line. So they run it on 3rd down and 13. They get 16 yards, and they get another 1st down. They've been very good on 3rd down tonight. It hadn't been anything flashy either. It's been mostly just running the ball.
Yep. Eating a lot of clock. Already down to, 3:20 left to go until halftime?
On first down from the 46-yard line, this is an inside handoff to Ham. Ham's across midfield, broke a tackle. He's at the 45, the 40, breaks another tackle at the 30. He's at the 25, lowers his shoulder at the 20, still pulling defenders along, and finally is going to be taken down at the 14-yard line.
Wow.
He's a pretty good-looking running back.
He is.
40 yards that time for Ham, and it's a first down inside the red zone for Kelly.
He does not go down easy either.
2:54 to play. Clock begins to run again. They mark him at the 15, so it's a 39-yard gain. First and 10.
And Woodland wants a timeout.
Their players look pretty tired.
Good
Timeout for the Colts. 2:41 to play before halftime. Woodland trailing 8-0. Be back in a moment. This is Woodland Football presented by Freedom 5-1 and Eagle Bank Mortgage. .241 to play before halftime. Woodland trailing Kelly 8-0, trying to keep it that way, but Kelly's got a first down inside the red zone. First and 10 upcoming here from the 15-yard line. A couple of really nice runs by Brandon Williams and Connor Ham have gotten Kelly to this point. They give it to Williams again, trying to run left side, and this time he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage, all the way back at the 20-yard line. Charlie Garton with the tackle, and it'll be second down and 15.
Nice job by Charlie.
They'll mark him for the 19, so it'll be second down and 14. Kelly had a touchdown waved off on this drive, on the first play actually. Long touchdown run by Connor Ham was nullified because of a hold. But Kelly's got a chance here. 2 minutes before halftime. Hayden throwing right side. The pass is caught by Ham at the 15. Ham's at the 10 and falls forward to the 9-yard line. So Connor Ham with a catch of 10. And it'll be third and manageable here for Kelly. Third down and 4.
Their receivers and running backs do a nice job of catching the ball. They've obviously worked a lot on that. Got to bow up on defense.
Third down. Kelly needs to get to the 5. Here's Ham. He's got the first down, and he's going to be taken down at the 5-yard line. That's where they gave him forward progress to. I thought he might get it to the 4. That'll move the chains, and it'll be first down and goal. And, Blair, I'm not sure Woodland's going to get the ball back in this half.
No, I don't think they are either. Now the question is, can you keep – they're probably, 2 plays to keep them out of the end zone? I mean, they're not hurrying.
58 seconds to play in the half. Clock begins to wind again. First and goal. Yeah, this time is to Ham, running right side, and did he get there? I don't think he did. They're going to mark him short at the 1. It'll be second and goal from there. Clock continues to run. 38 seconds to play before halftime.
Right on the doorstep, and I'm a little surprised that Kelly's not burning the clock or burning a timeout just so they can stop the clock, maybe get another play after this one. Well, this is going to be it, I bet.
They've still got the timeouts. They can take one after this play. There was some movement. The ball's on the ground, and Woodland's got it.
How about that?
He tried to give it up the middle. I couldn't tell, Blair, if it was Casados or Williams. But Caden Kilpatrick comes up with it. And Woodland's going to get the ball with 15 seconds to play before halftime at its own 2.
Now you have to be careful here to not just drop and take a knee. If you do, make sure you're not in the end zone. Otherwise, it's a safety.
They don't have to take a snap.
Okay.
They won't.
Well, that's even better.
Clock began on the change of possession, and that's the end of the first half.
Yeah, forget how the clock just goes in the 7th grade game.
We're not used to seeing this a whole lot. The Woodland 7th grade team either trailing at halftime or being blanked on the scoreboard, but that's what's happened. 7th graders trail Kelly 8-0 at halftime. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back in a moment. This is Woodland Football presented by Freedom 5-1 and Eagle Bank Mortgage. Getting ready to start the second half. Well, the halftime goes fast, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Woodland is trailing J.O. Kelly 8-0. The Colts will get the ball first in the second half. Didn't really do just a whole lot offensively in the first half. Didn't have the ball for very long either.
No.
We don't have time of possession
It wasn't
available to us, but I would venture to say that Kelly probably had the ball for 12 to 13 minutes of that 16-minute half.
Oh, easily. Easily.
6 o'clock as we get ready to start the second half. The sun is covering only about the south 40 yards of the field. Here's a sweep to Brody Jones on the first play of the half. He gets across the 40. He's hit hard. Ham took him down at the 42. It'll be a first down, though, for the Colts. They'll actually mark him at the 13, so it'll be at the 43, so it'll be a 13-yard gain.
Just kind of an odd game so far.
Kilpatrick, the quarterback. They bring Garton in motion. Garton will run it left side. Charlie cuts up field at the 45 and gets forward for 4 to the 47-yard line. It'll be second down and 6. Woodland continues to substitute freely. They'll bring in 3 new players after that second down run. Garton goes off the field. You don't see that happen very often.
No. Yeah, he deserves a break every now and then.
Kilpatrick on second down and 7. Excuse me, second and 6. They bring the receiver in motion, and now they're going to get a false start penalty. Well, penalties have hurt the Colts some tonight. They've had a few of those, and that'll move the ball back to the 42-yard line, and from there it'll be second down and 11. 6:40 to play in the third quarter. Woodland trailing this game 8-0. Kilpatrick in the shotgun. Takes it, goes play action, looks left side. He's got a man wide open. That's Rockwell at the 30. Rockwell's at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. Ben Rockwell, 58 yards. It was 40 after the catch. And they caught Kelly out of position there.
Totally. The defender had his back toward him.
Yeah. Kilpatrick had a chance to have a long touchdown pass earlier to Brody Jones and just led him a little bit too far, and Jones couldn't pull it in. That time he threw it right on the money to Rockwell, and it wasn't the easiest catch either, because if you look across the field, Ben caught it between the 4 and the 0 at the 40-yard line, and that's right where the sun was in his eyes. 2-point try here, 3 receivers to the right. Garton stands next to Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick looking left, throws, pass is caught, falling down. What a great catch that time for the Colts by Xander Salter. And so with 6:22 to play in the third quarter, the new score is Woodland 8, Kelly 8. This is Woodland Football presented by Freedom 5-1 and Eagle Bank Mortgage. First down for Kelly from its own 30. Clock running, 6:02 to play third quarter. Kelly and Woodland are tied at 8. Here's Casados on the carry, and he's got a yard out to the 31. It'll be second down and 9.
So, even up ball game now.
There's Jonathan Dominguez on the tackle again for Woodland. Second or third time tonight he's made a tackle.
Now the question is, can you get the ball away from Kelly without them running off another 4 or 5 minutes or even killing the whole quarter?
Yeah. This is the first team I can remember, Blair, that we've seen this year that's taken all their snaps from under center. Here's Williams running left side. He's tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, man,
Taken
that's
down,
a good point.
Taken down back at the 27-yard line. Hudson Brett on the tackle. Also looked like Owen Davenport might have been in on the play. Now it's 3rd down and long. They've converted a couple of 3rd and longs on the ground tonight, but it's not an ideal situation. And here they've got 3rd down and 13. They need to get to the 40. Clock runs, 4:56 to play, 3rd quarter.
Maybe there's a correlation to being under center and running the clock. The shotgun teams don't run as much clock.
Well, you got to feel like if Woodland can get the ball back here, they've got some momentum. They go play action. Hayter going to his right, being pressured by Davenport. No one. Davenport takes him down. Davenport takes him down back at the 25. It'll be a loss of 2, and you've got to believe that Kelly's going to auto punt here. Just wait for the signal.
I'm sure they'll try to work the clock as much as possible before making that decision.
Still odd to me to see those 40-second play clocks.
Yeah. Especially as quickly as the clock moves here. Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, they could run this down inside of 350 before they made a decision. And you got to believe it's the decision is to auto punt.
Yes.
Would be so hard to believe. And now they actually call it with about 10 seconds left on the play clock.
I wonder if they're required to do it before the clock gets under 10.
I don't know.
It'd be interesting to see the rule book.
It'll give Woodland great field position. The Colts will take over at the 46 after the auto punt.
It just doesn't feel like Woodland's really run that many offensive plays.
They're actually going to move this to the 44-yard line either. Yeah, my math is off. I'm sorry. 30 yards from the 26-yard line. So that's where Woodland will start 1st and 10. Clock runs, 3:50 to play 3rd quarter. Colts scored just a moment ago on a 58-yard touchdown pass from Caden Kilpatrick to Ben Rockwell. And now Charlie Garton is going to take this snap. Kilpatrick is lined up at running back. We've seen him run out and catch some passes from this formation, but Garton's going to run it on his own across the midfield, gets out to the 49-yard line. I'll tell you what, Blair, Kilpatrick had a great lead block out in front of him.
Yes, he did.
He likes to hit.
Yeah. He does not shy from contact.
Reminds me a lot of Landon Schaefer, who is the quarterback for the 8th grade team.
Yes.
A lot of similarities between the two of them.
That is a good comparison.
It'll be 2nd down and 2, 3:03 to play 3rd quarter. Garton still lined up at the quarterback. Kilpatrick is to his left and behind him. They'll give it to Kilpatrick. He runs over a player, gets across the 45, and has got a 1st down to the 43-yard line.
It's almost like Woodland's trying to turn the tables a little bit on Kelly by running some clock, knowing how Kelly is not a quick-moving offense.
Yeah, that touchdown drive for Kelly to start the game took almost 7 minutes.
Yeah.
It was a 5-yard gain by Kilpatrick. 1st down here from the Kelly 43. 2.5 minutes to play 3rd quarter. Teams are tied at 8 apiece. Garton gives it to Kilpatrick again, spins around. Got away from the first 2 defenders, but he couldn't get away from the 3rd. He's going to be taken down for a 3-yard loss back to the 46-yard line. That was Oscar Bahina on the tackle for Kelly. And now it'll be 2nd down and 13.
And that's not something we saw a whole lot of this year, of those two getting kind of corralled in the backfield.
The sun has finally moved off of the field. It's still bouncing off the visitor bleachers over on the east side of the stadium. It'll probably be completely down here in about 5 minutes. Here's a pass, left side. Xander Salter broke a tackle, gets across the 40 and falls forward to the 39. It'll be 3rd down from there.
And a very nice tackle that saved a long game by Connor Ham.
That was Garton who threw the pass, too. We haven't seen him throw it a whole lot this year. Typically, when he takes the snap, it's a run all the way.
Just trying to give that defense a little more to think about.
3rd down and 6. Woodland is at the Kelly 39. Needs to get to the 33 to move the chains. Minute 14 to play 3rd quarter. Garton still the quarterback. Takes it. He's going to break a tackle. He's got some room across the 35. 1st down at the 30. Garton breaks outside at the 25. Tiptoes down the sideline. A flag comes out late. And they'll mark him out at the 21-yard line. The flag is sitting between the 22 and the 23, and if it is a hold, as I think it might be against Woodland, it still probably would be 1st down yardage. So they motion that it's a block in the back. They'll mark off the penalty yardage. But I think this is still going to be a 1st down for the Colts. It is at the 31-yard line.
Well, that's a tough call, too, because that really didn't affect the play.
Yeah, but a couple of times we've seen that tonight. Garton ran for 18. It'll only go down as an 8-yard gain, though, because of the penalty. But the more important thing here for Woodland is they get the 1st down. From the Kelly 31, 46 seconds to play 3rd quarter. 2 receivers to the right side for Garton. He goes play action, throws left. He's got somebody behind the secondary, but couldn't hit Rockwell in stride. And it'll be 2nd down.
Just underthrew it a little bit.
That actually looked like the same play that they scored the long touchdown with Rockwell earlier in the quarter. And on both instances, that quarterback bit hard on the play action and was coming inside as Rockwell ran by him.
I love the sportsmanship from Seda for them and for Kilpatrick. After the pass, I don't know if they collided or not, but they were both kind of patting each other on the helmet. Good job, good job.
Garton in the shotgun on 2nd down. 3 receivers left side. They go play action, throw quick left side. Rockwell breaks a tackle. Rockwell's got some room across the 25, and now he's flung backward at the 26-yard line. Connor Ham did a great job to bring him down. I thought Rockwell might outrun the secondary. Ham got his hand on him and flung him for a short gain.
We've seen a lot of those slinging tackles tonight, more so, I think, than any game we've had this year.
Not sure if Woodland will get a playoff here before the end of the 3rd quarter. Only 9 seconds left on the game clock. They could use the end of the quarter almost like a timeout if they wanted to, and that's what they'll do. We are through 3 quarters at Harmon Field. A little bit of a surprising score, 8-8, but Woodland's driving. They'll have a 3rd down inside the Kelly 25 when we come back. This is Woodland Football presented by Freedom 5-1 and Eagle Bank Mortgage. Getting ready to start the 4th quarter. It's a 3rd down and 5 for Woodland. The Colts at the Kelly 26. Kilpatrick is back in at the quarterback. Garton stands to his right. 2 receivers to either side. Kilpatrick takes it, runs right. Looking to pass, now throws, and that pass is almost intercepted. He is really fortunate that Casados couldn't pull that one in. I'm not even sure who he was looking for. And now to be 4th down.
It was either overthrown or underthrown. Yeah, there were 2 receivers that
looked like it might have been Jordan Logue coming underneath.
Well, just got to capitalize on that lucky break.
So it's 4th down for Woodland. You got to go for it here. At the 26, they've got to get to the 21. 4 receivers, and Kelly came across. Oh, wow, that's a big play. big play. Xander Gonzalez, you can't miss him coming across. We talked about how big he is as a tight end. He really stands out along the defensive line too. And that's going to give Woodland the first down.
Huge. Though I would have been interested to see what the play call was there. And now maybe a little confusion over what this play call will be.
Only 5 on the play clock. Can Kilpatrick get it off? Nah, they're going to call timeout.
Just got the timeout in time, too.
Timeout Colts, 7:28 left. It's 8-8. This is Woodland football presented by Freedom 5-1 and Eagle Bank Mortgage.
Hey, are you worried about the other guys fumbling at the closing table? Well, you can always trust Dana Boring with Eagle Bank Mortgage to successfully get you into the end zone. With competitive rates and fees, Eagle Bank Mortgage is sure to always be your first pick. And with Dana's experience, it's sure to be a touchdown. NMLS 419384, Equal Housing Lender. And Freedom 5-1, transforming the financial destinies of families with financial life coaching. Chris and Tim encourage you to visit their website, freedom51.com, or visit their page on Facebook at Freedom 51.
I will admit in advance that I do not know how Ramey has done against the Springdale schools this year, but Woodland is undefeated against Springdale schools. The Purple Dogs beat the Red Dogs the other night here at Harmon Field, and we'll play Harbor next week. It's been a good season so far, at least from what we have seen.
Yes.
For Fayetteville against Springdale schools. Kilpatrick running right side on first down, tries to get outside. He's at the 20, the 15. Caden Kilpatrick at the 10, breaks a tackle and falls forward to the 6-yard line. Gain of 15, and it'll be first down and goal, and Connor Ham is slow to get up for Kelly, but he'll stay in the game.
James Morales making that. It wasn't so much a tackle as he just kind of knocked his balance off, or else, because he was around the edge and looking to get into that end zone.
We want to thank our sponsors, Centennial Bank, Mellow Mushroom, and the Bank of Fayetteville for their sponsorships. Also want to say thank you to the Spirit Moms tonight, Meredith Garman, Allison Slinkard, Christy Plummer, and Sarah Kilpatrick. Here's Caden Kilpatrick on first and goal from the 6. The ball's on the turf. Kilpatrick just has to pick it up and fall down, and that's a big loss all the way back to the 15-yard line. Marquise Coben on the tackle that time for Kelly. And there's not a lot of second and goal plays from the 15-yard line.
Usually not. Well, the clock's rolling.
Inside is 7 minutes to play.
Well, this drive's lasted a nice chunk of time.
Kilpatrick goes play action, throws, he's intercepted at the 8-yard line. He may take this back for a touchdown at the 30, the 40, midfield to the 45 of Woodland, the 40, and Kilpatrick will slam him down at the 38-yard line. That was Eli Zamorano. Whoa, what a big play. And a 54-yard return to boot. And that game just changed in a big way.
Wow. Now it's going to be interesting to see how Kelly plays this. They're meticulous with the clock, but somebody's going to have to score to win this.
Remember that Woodland has used a timeout too, and so it doesn't have its full complement of timeouts. Here's Carson Hayter, gives it to Ham. Ham gets across the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. Several Colts in on the tackle, including Griffin McKish. Also on the tackle was Charlie Garton. They'll mark him at the 28, and it'll be second down and 1. Kelly taking a lot of time here. We've seen both teams commit turnovers near the goal line tonight. Here's a run inside. Ham's got big. There's another
loose.
fumble, and I think
man.
Kelly got it.
They did.
Oh, wow.
They had a player just kind of, he was going down and the ball just popped right into his belly.
It was Casados. Aaron Casados was just in the absolute right place at the right time. And it's kind of like that fumble that Woodland had earlier where it went forward, and so not only do you recover the fumble, but you also get some extra yardage out of it.
Yeah.
It'll be first down for Kelly from the 17. Clock runs, 5:02 to play, fourth quarter. We're tied at 8, but Kelly's knocking on the door. Here's an inside handoff again to Ham, and this time he's not going to get anything. Back to the line of scrimmage. Griffin McCash on the tackle. Also on the tackle was Noah Young. Second and long. And it'll be interesting to see how Kelly plays this, because if they want, they can kind of take the air out of the football here. They don't have to take another snap until almost 4 minutes left in the game.
And they could still get a first down, run some more clock.
They take a snap. Look at that. You give it to Coben. The ball came out, but it was after he was down. Blair, I'm not so sure that the quarterback didn't flick that forward. Almost like a no-look pass.
Yeah, it was
definitely creative.
Have we?
I think
an
there's
injury. Is it?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, they're going to make Coben go out of the game.
Okay, it's an injury timeout. That's why they were stopping the clock. Well, he was signaling. It was like, okay, is it a timeout? Is it not a timeout? Okay.
It's going to be third down and 5. Kelly needs to get to the 7-yard line. Some movement before the play, but they didn't call it, and Ham's got a first down run to the 5.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the Woodland sideline is saying. Like, what on earth?
Almost looked like, I couldn't tell if it was Ham or one of his offensive linemen, or maybe both of them, but it looked like
both.
Someone took off a half second before the snap.
It was like the entire right side of the offensive line was moving. Wow. So they get the first down. Now they can really milk the clock here. Got to bow up on defense.
First and goal, 3:19 to play. Hayter under center. Looked like they moved again.
Yeah.
Ham's going right side, and he's in. Connor Ham with his second touchdown of the game. And the Woodland coaches are really, really upset about what looked like it should have been some sort of illegal shift.
Something. I mean, they were moving before the ball was snapped. But in a way, now at least you're going to get the ball back with some time. I don't know otherwise if you would.
Kelly goes up 14-8, trying to make it 16-8 here with the 2-point try. Big play in this game. You see the George players lined up in the back of the end zone as Hayter here throws toward the end zone. It's incomplete.
He dropped it.
Xander Gonzalez was wide open, and he couldn't pull it in. And so the 2-point try is no good, and that will keep the score at 14-8 with 3:10 to play.
Wow.
The George players are lined up in the back of the end zone, all on a knee, watching this game finish up. The Woodland 8th graders have come out of their locker room, too, standing on the north side of the stadium.
Well,
reminds me a little bit of where were we a couple of weeks ago? Were we at gosh, Blair, I don't know where we were. I just remember Charlie Garden scoring a touchdown in the last minute and running right into the arms of all the 8th grade players.
It was at Benville, wasn't it?
It seems like it might have been. Maybe it was against Grimsley here. I think it was against Grimsley here.
Yeah.
You call enough of these games, they start to kind of run together.
They all do bleed together.
Kilpatrick on first down from the 30. They run a reverse.
Look at
They've
this.
got Charlie Garden with Kilpatrick out in front of him. Garden's at the 35. He's got room at the 40. There he goes, Garden at midfield. Garden at the 40 and finally taken out of bounds at the 37-yard line of Kelly. Well, that's a way to spark your offense.
Yeah.
33 yards on the reverse to Garton.
And flip the script. And
There's still plenty of time, 2:59 to play.
yeah, that play only took 11 seconds. So now you don't have that rush element. I'll tell you what, that them scoring a touchdown and not calling the false start could very well work out best for Woodland, because now that left plenty of time on the clock.
Kilpatrick's the quarterback. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to the left. Kilpatrick gets a run all the way, going right side, breaks a tackle, breaks another. Can he break a third? Yes, he does at the 35. Kilpatrick's at the 30. He's near the first down marker. And it'll be 2nd down and 1 as he gets 9 to the 28.
Wow, he almost broke 4 tackles on that play.
I think the ball may have came out at the end there,
Yeah,
Blair, but could have been that it came out after he hit the turf.
Yeah, there were some players diving like it was on the turf.
2:27 to play. Woodland trailing 14-8, but trying to score a tying touchdown, maybe a game-winning 2-point try. You got to get there first. 2nd down and 1. Kilpatrick, 2 receivers left. He's got a back behind him. Receiver to the right side in the boundary. They give it running up the middle, Griffin McCash, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down. They'll bring Garton back in the game. Cash comes out. Rockwell also comes back in. He scored Woodland's only touchdown tonight. A 58-yarder in the 3rd quarter. 3rd down and 1. The Colts have got to get to the 27-yard line. Starting to run out of time. 1:37 to play. Kilpatrick throws left side, trying to set up a screen for Rockwell, but he threw it behind the line of scrimmage, and he's taken down well behind. Back at the 35-yard line. That's a loss of 7, and it'll be 4th down.
Connor Ham, he has been everywhere for these Knights tonight. Oh, that was a big one. Well, I mean, it's obviously 4th down territory. You don't have to get it all on this one, but
well, you do. This is 4th down right here.
oh, it is 4th.
Yeah,
Okay,
this is 4th down.
They were late moving the chain. Yikes. Well, you do got to get it all here.
Yeah, 4th and 8. They're at the 35. They got to get to the 27. They got to play with some urgency here, too. Only 58 seconds. Kilpatrick with 4 receivers. Garton is that running back. Kilpatrick looking left, throwing. There's a flag down. That pass is incomplete. He was looking for Brody Jones. There is a flag. It's a false start against Woodland, and they're going to turn it over on downs. And Kelly's going to get out of here, I think, with a win.
Frustrating, to say the least. Man, they had the ball and inside the 40 with 2.5 minutes left and just kind of stalled. Well, you got to force a turnover here somehow, some way.
They've got 2 timeouts left. The clock is running, 35 seconds to play. Kelly has had some fumble issues tonight, but they'll take a knee here, and Woodland's not even going to take a timeout to try to see if they fumble a snap. That's going to be it. 15 seconds, 14 seconds. Kelly doesn't have to take another snap if it doesn't want to. They're going to run to the sideline, and they are going to be a happy group heading back to Springdale tonight with a 14-8 victory over the Woodland Colts. And for the 7th graders, that's how the season is going to come to an end. An unfortunate end for Woodland. They will finish the year with, I believe, a 5-3 record. And a tough loss tonight to Kelly, 14-8. They had their chances, but turnovers and turnovers on downs inside Kelly territory were just too much to overcome. And that's the end of the season for the 7th graders.
Man, that's a tough way
We
to
think.
end it on.
We mentioned that there might be a path to them playing a game next week, but we don't really anticipate that being the case.
Hopefully, they'll have one more.
Well, the 8th graders out on the field, they're going to warm up for about 15 minutes, and we'll take a quick break while they're doing it, and we'll be back in just a little bit for the 8th grade game between the Woodland Colts and George Junior High from Springdale. This is Woodland Football presented by Freedom 5-1 and Eagle Bank Mortgage.